Hi, welcome to tutorial number 46 for CSCI 130, Introduction to Programming here at the University of Wisconsin Parkside. Today we are going to complete the application of entering 20 integer numbers and computing the average using a one-dimensional array. In our previous tutorial, we were working on the design of this interface, and we were able to set we were defining the array, which is numbers. I'm going to store 20 numbers here, and I had two counters to display how many numbers I have entered so far, so 0, how many numbers I still need to enter, which in this case are 20. Now, because this is arrays are also seen as objects, we need to actually create the objects, and we're going to initialize the object to an empty array now. So we're going to say this is equal, and then we're going to say new integer. So we're doing a new integer, and then we're gonna say how many we're gonna need. So I'm gonna say 19. Why 19 if I need 20? Because we start counting from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 19 is gonna give me 20. And those are also the indexes. So the first element of the array is gonna be numbers with an index 0. And the last element of the array, which is the 20th element, is gonna be the numbers with a with the index 19. Okay, and then we want to initialize this to be an empty array. Okay, so this is what we have. So now we got the array ready. Now what is it that we're going to do when we click the enter to? Well, we just adding an element to the array. So the first time is going to be numbers, whatever it is, counters 1. I mean counter 1, I think, 1, equal to the numerical value of whatever it is in the text box 1 text. Okay, so that's it. So now counter 1, remember, is 0. That means in numbers the first element is whatever is in there. Okay, now something else that we want to do, we want to clear the text box because maybe we want to read a number later. So text box 1 dot text equals empty string. Okay, then we also need to increment the counter. So counter plus, counter 1 equals, no, plus equals 1. So increment it, and then counter 2 minus equals 1 decremented. Oh, sorry, here we got a problem here. Counter 2 minus equals 1. There. So what we have is, okay, initially we got 0, so we just add a number. So now counter 0 plus 1 is now 1. And then how many do we still need to enter? Well, 20 minus 1, 19. So we're going to display that in the label. So we got two labels to display that. So this is label 3 and label 4. So we're going to say on label 3 that text equals counter 1, and then on label 4 that text equals counter 2. Now what else? Well, if the counter is now 20, well, 19, well, 0 in counter 2 and 19 in counter 1, then we need to stop. Then we're going to say if counter one greater or equal than 20, then this disable this button. So then this is button 1. So we want to say, okay, so now button 1 dot enable equals false, and the second button, compute average, we need to have that ready. So we're going to say button true that enable equals true. Okay, so I think we got all the conditions now for the first button. So now let's go over here and see. Let's have here the property enable. Here it is true. Let's change that to false. Okay, so let's start. Let's press F5 and see if this works. See if we don't have any errors. So here we're gonna start with 12. Enter, and it says I have entered 1, 19. This is clear. Look at how this is disabled. Very good. 45, 2, and 18 to go. 34, 12, sorry, 11, 40, 45. Maybe something else that I want, so I don't need to be clicking, is going back to the focus there, to the button there. So 56. Look at this. This is very convenient because it keeps up to 6. I have entered 6. 14 more to go. Okay, 56 again. 78. 89. 90. I'm gonna put 7, 8, 9, 7, 4, 6, 7, 8, 6. Done. Beautiful. You see how this is disabled? Now we got this. Now let's go work with the compute average. So the numbers are already in the array. I need to compute my average. So let's now go over here and then also work on the focus. I think we say something like that, like text box 1 dot focus. Isn't that what we mean? Yeah. Let's just check one more time. So F5, and then let's see. If I do 34, enter, boom, perfect. 34 there. I don't need to be clicking again. Did you see that? So 45, enter. Okay, perfect. So now that's very nice. Now let's program the compute average and then we're done. So we're gonna click here. Now remember that numbers is a global variable. Actually counter, yeah, we need counter to be global too, because when we, every time that we click, we need to remember the counter. Okay, so now numbers are here. So what we need here is the third counter. Oh, well, let's put a third counter here, and then we're going to initialize that to, I'm sorry, as integer equals 0. Okay, and then we're going to loop into the elements of there. So we're going to say do while counter 3 less than 20. Okay, while less than 20, again we start counting from 0, so the last element is 19, and then we need another variable for the sum. So we're going to say team sum as integer equals 0. Okay, so then here what we're going to do is sum plus equal whatever is in the array numbers counter 3. Okay, so that's how we're going to be reading an element from the array. Remember, numbers contain the 20 numbers. This is what we did here. We created an array numbers, and it's capable of storing 20 integers. Okay, and now this button where here, this is the one that says we're putting in each one of the cells the value that is in the text box. So once we finish with this one, these 20 times, we got 20 numbers. Now I need to read those 20 numbers. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this 20 times. So I'm reading the first number and adding to my sum. Then the second number, the third number. So eventually I have those. So here I'm going to have counter 3 plus equals 1. There, done. We got the sum. Now let's display the answer on the label, which is this label. So this label is label 7. my exercise. So I'm going to say label 7 dot text equals sum divided by 20. Okay, so let's see if this works fine. Oh, well, something else. Once we're done with this, let's disable this button and enable the other one in case that we want to repeat. So now button 2 dot text, enable equals false, and button 1 dot enable equals true. And maybe let's go to the text box 1 dot focus there. See, this is great. F5. So 3, I have 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 6, 8, 9, 3, 2, 1, 9, 90, 78, 67. Perfect. So look, disable compute average, turn 16.45, and then it goes back over here, and then I got this. You know something else? If I'm gonna start entering numbers, probably we need to clear the this text box maybe. Don't you think so? When we start entering numbers, we need to be sure that this is clear. Let's just have that too. Yeah. So yes, for convenience, so we enter a number and then also say that also this label, which is label 7, is clear. So here, label 7 dot text equals empty string. Perfect. Okay, so we're done. I'm posting this, and this is it for this posting. Thank you.